been taking items you use every day and putting them to the test. Now we're testing hair removal kits with beauty expert Bahar Niramwalla. This is a good one. I'm glad we have you here for this. And you know what? We have a very special model. His name is Randy Feltus. Don't worry, we've got you in good hands. So we have a professional esthetician here from Elmwood Spa Salon. Come on in, give her some love. You are in good hands. So we're going to, I mean, she knows how to do things effectively and professionally, but Bahar, you're the one that has brought sort of the different ways of hair removal to us today.
Yes.
And we're going to start with good old-fashioned shaving.
The one that I think everyone probably is most familiar with, but we're going to talk about simple steps on how to use each of the 4 that we've brought in. So starting with a razor.
Okay.
The idea of how a razor removes hair is simply this blade glides across the skin and shaves the hair physically off the surface of the skin.
So Salam, I'm going to get you to slow down for a second just so we can get a shot of this. Listen, we've all, well, maybe some of us haven't. Anyone out there who is shaved, you know how easy it can be.
Yes.
You just put a little bit of
yes, you need a conduit, exactly. Something like a cream or an oil always helps to that blade to glide. And the reason is because as well, we want to avoid things like nicks or cuts, right? And thinking about it, this particular one that we have is the Gillette Venus Platinum Extra Smooth. So avoiding nicks and cuts, you want to look for something that has a heavier handle. So this one is metal. Also finding one that has multiple blades. That's going to help you get that closer shave, because the reality of shaving is that you're only removing the hair from the surface. The hair follicles underneath, they're still growing.
That's
so you have like maybe a day, 2 days if you're lucky. The hair is just popping right back
How
up.
do you feel?
Very smooth. Very nice. Yeah, no irritation, no burns. Beautiful.
Okay, he doesn't hurt at all. That was handled that well. What's the next
Now we're talking about waxing.
Waxing.
This is something, yes, some of us are familiar with, some of us might not be. So waxing is the idea of a soft wax being applied physically to the actual hair, right? And the wax adheres to the hair.
Okay.
And then with that,
you're going to be fine.
You are going to be fine.
I just want to get a shot of this. Hold on, Salam. Just hold on 1 second. We want to make sure we are looking at the right thing right now, because I am not making you go through this twice.
That's right. One shot.
Go ahead. You can go right ahead.
So what you would do is apply the wax to the area you'd like to remove from.
Hold my hand.
And then you need a cloth or a strip to physically pull in the opposite direction. And the reason it hurts is because the hair is being pulled from the hair is being pulled from the root.
Smooth.
Yeah. So it's smooth because it's being pulled out of the follicle.
Oh my gosh, it's like a baby's bum, Randy.
I could have made some money for that.
And that is also like tweezing times 100, right? If you think about it, you are physically removing every single hair in one shot. So the bonuses about this is that you can cover a large area in one shot.
That's right.
Which is really nice. However, as we've noticed, pain threshold, you have to figure out, can I take this, can I not take this? Also, doing patch tests are a really good idea when it comes to waxing, because you want to make sure that either your skin isn't super sensitive, or I would never suggest, if you've worked out, please do not go for a waxing immediately. Your pores are open, they're ready to be upset. So that's something to keep in mind.
Or look at your cycle as well.
Absolutely.
Because that's going to make a difference in your pain threshold.
Absolutely.
Okay, what is your next one that you have for us?
So at-home laser hair removal is one of our at-home options, and also the permanent option, right? So when it comes to using something like this, the idea is that you only have to prep the area simply by shaving it. With the SILKN Infinity, the laser light pops through, and the galvanic energy opens the pore. And what that does is that light is hitting the hair follicle at the inside of the pore. Okay. So very straightforward.
Do you feel that? Because I see light. There's a light show.
That's right.
It's more aggressive than it is.
Okay, good.
And does it hurt as much as waxing?
Not at all.
Of course it doesn't.
Okay, well that's good. So how many times would you have to do that?
So that's the idea with this. So this requires multiple treatments. But those multiple treatments and that time commitment, that's actually going to mean that permanent hair removal in the long run. And you can use this on your face, so areas such as the cheekbone down, as well as specific areas like underarm, legs, arms, the other places that we happen to be using.
Read those instructions for sure before you go for it.
Definitely.
Finally, we're going to do a cream.
We're going to do the stinkiest of them all, the hair removal cream. We are all familiar with this, right? So we have from VEET, this is their depilatory creams.
Okay.
The idea of how a cream actually works, this requires the least amount of prep. All you have to do is apply the product to the area you want to remove the hair from.
It's okay.
And what this does is it breaks down the keratin and the proteins in the hair.
Yeah.
So it thins it out enough so that when you go to actually wipe, the hair physically comes off the surface.
Okay, so it's doing all the work for you.
Absolutely, but it can be messy, right?
Yeah.
Then it can be stinky. There's
Yeah.
no avoiding that. That chemical reaction with the hair being broken down creates that smell, so that's what you're smelling.
Got it.
But you can also cover off a large area of the skin if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But again, with this one, you have to do a patch test because this is a formulation
Yes.
that needs to be tested to see if your skin is too sensitive
Yeah.
or if it becomes red or a rash develops. So please test this one out.
Randy, you are a champ. That cream needs some time to do its work. We test it out. Hair removal products on Randy. He's been amazing. So we just applied the VEET cream. We need to see how it performed and which product gives the smoothest leg.
Definitely. So
Right?
we'll go ahead, Salon, if you want to. Now remove after our 5-10 minute test, after the cream has worked to break down the hairs.
Wow.
It's actually very effective.
Wow.
This is always also, pretty effective. You are such a trooper.
Randy, does it hurt?
It didn't hurt at all.
It didn't hurt at all?
No.
What hurt the most out of all of that?
The waxing,
Okay.
obviously. Yeah.
I mean,
there's no
it is what
surprise
it is.
there.
I was holding your hand so tight, like I
Did
felt the
did I
pain
hurt
for you. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're a champ. Okay, so really interesting. I mean, you've got to look at the different ways of doing it and how long you want the hair to be gone for and how deep you want it to go.
It's
right?
all about what you're looking for, how
Yeah.
much you're willing to invest time, money, as well as things like smell or can I wax myself? I can't, just so you know. I
Yeah.
have to go to someone else to do something.
100%.
But shaving I can do, nair I can do. Think about those things.
Speaking of shaving, everyone in today's audience will take home a Gillette Venus Platinum Extra Smooth Razor. A huge thank you to Salon from the Elmwood Spa for helping us out. The Elmwood Spa is a full-service spa. Treatments from manis to pedis to facials and massages. I always have a great time there. Thank you so much.